for the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Back to pass, it's Daniels. It's complete to the left. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patters. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's changing the play. They'll run it. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. Got him on the RPO. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's brought down after a short gain. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college, didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Wenke, Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
To the air, it's Daniels. Out wide right, it's Robinson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
And the Knowles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tight end now in motion. From the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TD. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a...
Makes the grab and room to run. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Gators! He got a step and just dusted the field. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And right down the middle. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll bring it back. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. The play fake. Fires on the move. Intercepted, number 19. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! Excellent pass by the back on the option. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Quickly complete. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Quick give. Runs through a tackle. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion from the wideout. Give to the running back. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Making the adjustment on the play. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Rifles it down the middle. Pulls it in. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Seminoles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, going to throw it. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida State. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And the extra point is good. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Caught behind the line. It's Pryor. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Gators will hustle to the line.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that will try to submarine these big running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. All the way back. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Guys, let's chat about Florida. They climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is, now can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45 a lot of times. So many people close together, so earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
The screen, he's got wheels. There he goes. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. In the backfield, it's a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. And the Gators look to keep this drive humming. Rid of it on the RPO. At the 40, there he goes. Got a little grass. The tap. Touchdown, Gators. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. All even up after that one. Basically a brand new game.
And with a tie, guess what? Back to the offense. Back to the offense. Which defense can get a stop? These offenses have been humming.
And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Noles headed quickly to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Drops back, it's Daniels. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Florida. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw one first. Got the quick pass. At the 35, he's open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Wants to throw. It's Daniels. He's going for it all. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
See some running room. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The run inside. It's Singleton. Spins away from the defender. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Right side, it's Singleton. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Jones to throw. Caught, it's Mays. Still running at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Drops back on first down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They want to run this quarterback. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Absolute shame. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that Bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 20 team, the UCF Knights.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down.
And it's the Cyclones with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. The victory caps off a 6-6 regular season, and now the waiting game for a possible bowl invitation.
The Gators sending the offense back to work.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Ball. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the Dome. Jones wants to throw it. Out wide right, it's Pryor. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll ride him again. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the 1st half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, 1st drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mays.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside. It's Singleton. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The Gators moving quickly to the line. Jones to throw. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. Past the 40. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. The defense set them up with a turnover, and now to try to cash it in. They'll move the wide receiver. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Uh-oh, look out. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. Comes down, it's Jackson. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if he's going to run it. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Push is ahead. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. snapped it, and he has to have it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Gators! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. And the Gators have chomped down, and they've put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the second half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying around.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. "90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Sells the run, looking to pass. Rolls right. Gets rid of it. Good job just to get rid of that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Run ends there.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
They'll move the tight end. Got it looking for a first. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
And you could tell that the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Moves the pocket. It's Daniels. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it down the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Looking to throw. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this This offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo.
He's loose on the left. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll give it to him again. He's past the sticks. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Jones wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right side, it's Abrams. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. 2nd down to the air. Working that wide receiver screen. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Changing the routes with his receivers. He'll try to pop the draw. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in 4th and short.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Out wide left, it's Wiles. Breaks into the open. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the 4th quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the 1st down.
Booster. Over.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Finds his target. And the Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed behind the line. It's Robinson. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Press center downs going to the air. Back's got it on the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready in the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Hands it off on the counter. Might have a chance. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, no! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. And that one ought to help us build the drama down the stretch. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Quick give. It's Pryor. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you've now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Jones to throw. Left side is Pryor. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Obviously, that was important. Got to get the first down. Now we got to get some chunk plays, get this ball across the 50 and get in scoring position.
Out wide right, it's Pryor. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went game tackle.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Abrams. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
And I'm loving the command of this quarterback right here. You can tell he's not.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Left side is Jackson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. Jones wants to throw it. Moves to his right. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Fires quickly. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Turning it on. Touchdown, Florida. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Quarterback keeper. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. So here they come. One last chance, and they've got to have a touchdown. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They try to pop a run on the draw. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. Timeout is called with just a single second left. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Sets his feet. It's Daniels. Here's a throw downfield late. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. That's going to do it for us.